Hello freaks and geeks, and welcome to an update video, the long-awaited update video I kept on teasing throughout, really all of the half back of the year. Anyways, without further ado, I am just gonna get into what I want to get into. Now, I don't exactly have a script or really a laid out plan for this, but I am just gonna hit a few key points that I'm wanting to hammer out in this video, and really just kind of want to let y'all know and let you know what I'm going to be taking the direction of this channel moving forward going into 2025. I'm not going to lie, this past year, it's as far as on the YouTube side, it actually has been it's been really great. I have been slowly trying to get back into the, swing of things and making videos and, and trying to upload consistently. I did have some rough patches there, especially towards the tail end of the year, but the main thing that I was struggling with is the type of content the content I was doing and the content I wanted to try to do. As you may know, I started a Fallout series along with, the normal racing content that I'm doing, and the more and more that I think about it, the more and more I'm wanting to slowly step away from the racing content as my main channel draw, or my main channel's focus. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna put out racing videos. I'm still gonna put out league videos, the ASRC videos and other kind of special events. I'm also probably still gonna do the NIS series whenever that comes about, as well as some random races as well. I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. I've kind of debated whether or not to do, what series I wanted to do throughout the week, as far as on the racing sides. If I wanted to do the ARCA series, if I wanted to do this series, and etc., etc. And I don't exactly get into too much detail and whatnot, why I didn't want to race those series and everything like that, but it's basically, I'm that type of racer who likes to focus on a few cars and only a few things at a time. Don't get me wrong, having, racing a variety of stuff tends to be good, but also at the same time, I'm still so new at this whole thing that I tend to want to just get better and have more of an understanding at this, at this one car and at this one thing before I start branching out to these different other things. Don't get me wrong. I still want to, branch out a bit more and do other things, like I was kind of saying at the tail end of the year about doing more dirt, doing more road, and I'm still gonna do that, but I'm not quite sure how focused I'm gonna be on as far as recording that. I'm still more than likely gonna, do some content as far as, dirt and road racing, as far as the oval, and as long as the oval side too is, with official racing. It really is just gonna have to depend on how long the series is and how fast I can, sit down and record and get out the video. But that's not going to be really my main focus going into next year. Next year, I am wanting to shift focused in kind of going back to my roots. That one of the main things of why I started this channel in the first place, and it being more of a let's play type channel and type thing, or in this day and age, would you even call it a let's play playthrough? I guess it would be more considered to be a playthrough now, but yeah, I honestly don't really know what you would consider it or what you would call it nowadays. Anyways, I am wanting to focus more on some other games and more on some series. Now, I don't want to, burden my plate with too many different series. Like I said, I already have the Fallout series going on, and I want to finish that. I know I haven't been uploading videos on that. I do have two parts I need to edit and put out, but I also want to record some more backlog for that as well. So that's also kind of in the works. I've also just been busy with the holidays and stuff to really not been able to edit any of those parts to get out. But hopefully, if not this week, next week should be the return of that series as well. But I mean, as far as like say future series and stuff, I don't want to announce anything yet. But I'm definitely thinking of making a return of an old Minecraft series, but with an exception of it being in hardcore mode this time around, just to make it a little bit more, I guess, exciting and a little bit more, intense. So, it's a series that it was actually one of my longest running series before I kind of just stopped it. And then I ended up losing the world that I had going on the series. I have the series actually unlisted now, so you can't exactly find it on my channel anymore. But I tend to do that, and it's one of the things I tend to want to not do anymore, is to delete my older videos, because I mean, if there's any subscribers from my early days, there was plenty of videos of whenever I was recording dazzle content, from the AVP game, or I should say Xbox 360 content from from the AVP game, using a dazzle capture card, and that was I don't even think that was 360p. I think that was only I honestly don't know what quality that was, but one of my biggest regrets was deleting all of those videos, because I had like 80 something parts of AVP multiplayer up there. Yeah, that was one of my biggest regrets, was deleting all those videos. So I tend to not delete any videos anymore. But if you go back and look at my recent history, you'll see that I have multiple series kind of just started and not finished as well. So, and I'm not exactly wanting to go back and restart any of those series in particular. I might do one or two of those games, like Far Cry, because I really do love the Far Cry series, and a part of me do wants to finish up the Far Cry the first game, because I barely got into it, and that I really did love playing through through what little bit of the first game that I did. Is just I got stuck at one part, and being a little bit of a better gamer, I would want to say nowadays. I mean, to be fair, I am I am a I totally don't know, and I'm some things, and I just told I am a dunce sometimes whenever it comes to shooters, and yeah, I'm just terrible whenever it comes to observations and finding out where to go in the next point of the level or the story, sometimes whenever it comes to those older games. Because I think the first Far Cry came out in, either the early 2000s or the late 90s. I honestly kind of forget. But anyways, further away from that, out of a curiosity, actually, I need to... Hold on. Alright, so looking at my analytics, I have actually increased, wow, that is actually quite the boost. I have actually increased my, my subscriber count by 17, in the past year, and well, I think these other account, or these other, stats is kind of very, disproportioned by a short that I uploaded and did really, and it actually did really good. But I have 11K views, last year, and 250.1 hours of watch time as well. So as far as, the analytics and the stats from last year, I had a pretty decent year last year, considering, I had a very rocky upload schedule, and I wasn't very consistent. Although, like I said, this next year I want to change that, and I definitely want to be better with my upload scheduling. So, and that's kind of another reason why I want to step away from racing content as my main kind of pull, is because I just kind of grew a little bit tired and frustrated at constantly doing it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it at first, but then over time I realized it wasn't exactly my cup of tea. And don't get me wrong, I still love racing, and I still, I still love sim racing. I still love doing racing content, and I'll probably actually do some, some series focused around racing. Some like single player games, some single player racing games and stuff like that. One of the things I want to do, actually, and I'm probably gonna actually really consider doing this, is making a Dirt to Daytona series. So that's something to look forward to. I'm not exactly sure when I'm gonna do that, but I mean, because what I'm wanting to do isn't exactly probably gonna be the smartest. So I'm probably gonna have to make some compromises. I'm still gonna have to test some things out there, so before I actually make a full commitment with what I want to do, as far as the settings for that playthrough, and the career for that playthrough, and etc. etc. But yes, like I said, I don't exactly have a list of anything, of any points that I'm wanting to go over. So off the top of my head, that's everything that I'm wanting to kind of explain, get off my chest, and whatnot about the channel. Just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm more likely gonna move away from racing content, from like iRacing as my main source of content. Who knows? I may do some dirt videos or something like that in the future, depending on depending on how I feel about that. I'm not totally like I said, I'm not totally abandoning racing, but I'm wanting to venture into other content and other series and other things that I want to do, to see how I like them and see how much enjoyment I get out of it as well. And I hope that you also enjoy it as well, because I don't know if all those 17 subscribers subscribe to me for the racing content, and I don't want to lose all those, because I am very proud of all the subscribers that I've gained over those times. So it's not a change that I have decided to make right away. So let me know down in the comments. And I know I don't exactly get a lot of comments all the time or anything like that, but please, this is the type of video to let yourself known and let your, feedback known right now, is to let me know if you're here for the racing content, before I start moving away from it. Like I said before, I'm not going to completely stop doing it, but I am going to start focusing, more, more so towards other, more other playthroughs of other things. I'm not exactly sure of what. I have some few ideas, but like I said, I don't want to, I don't want to say and then not do it and then kind of give false hopes or false ideas or anything like that. But Fallout is definitely something I'm still going to continue. The Fallout Survival Mode series, I'm going to go ahead and get that completed. But after that's also completed, I'm still going to do some Fallout things. So, but on top of that, I'm not quite sure if I want to do another Fallout game in the meantime as well. I'm a little shaky on that. I'm not quite sure if I want to do like a New Vegas playthrough of some variety, or some type of Fallout 3 playthrough of some variety. I'm not quite sure if I want to do that at the same time or not. We're just gonna have to see. But anyways, without without this video running too long, this seems like a good length. Didn't want to make a rambling video or anything like that, and I feel like I've repeated myself a few times now. but yeah, if you want to know any other, if you have any other questions, if you want to ask anything, like I said, this is the video to let your opinions known. Ask anything. I'll reply down in the comments below, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed the content in the past year, and I hope you enjoy this journey of the channel into the new year as well. Another thing too, before I end the video, I'll harken on it a little bit more as it gets closer to time. I do have a trip planned in April. At the end of April, I will make another update video going a little bit more into detail about that, but just kind of giving everyone's a head up. I am planning on doing some, pre-recording for that, so there is some content backed up, but during that period, at the end of April and into May, there will be no there will be a lack of racing content, so just kind of go ahead and give you a heads up for that. But anyways, on that bombshell, I'll leave this update video here. Like I said before, if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, please leave them down in description, down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope all of you had a wonderful year. Hope you have a future good year, whatever that entails. I'm bad at doing this, if you can't tell. I'm new, and I don't know what to do. Anyways, if you like this video, should I do my normal outro spiel? Anyways, well, yeah, I will. I will. Fuck it. I will do it. Oh, another thing too. I know this is the only time I actually just cursed in this video before I end it. Cursing. I will not exactly, stop, but I will try to make sure I cut down on it, because I am gonna try to do an experiment to see if I actually get a little bit more exposure, or if I don't, say fuck so much in my videos. Anyways, I guess on that bombshell, I'll see you freaks and geeks in the next video. Bye.